up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No, R&R's the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be...
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. So amidst the food and family gatherings, there's one more football game to be played, and we're away on Thanksgiving night. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the... He's got it inside the 25. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead right away. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run again with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a give inside to Wright. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's a give for Wright. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play, and that gives them the first. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And these guys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Herbert now, blitz coming. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's the gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have it 3rd and 7. Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Herbert to throw once more. Flushed out of the pocket. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Escapes the pocket. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Gonna run with Barkley. Hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. Defenders there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Taken in by Harris. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, LA. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Wright. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Able to find Wright. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play now. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw now. Forced out to his right. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Oh, and they fake it. Wait for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. And that time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt. Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down. From the red zone now. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. They send a man in motion. Complete out to the right side. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing now on 1st down. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Setting up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to force one through there. So 2nd down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Dumped off to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Dropping back to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. Third down coming up.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And that will not be enough for a first down. That's a pickup of 7 yards, and now they'll face fourth down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on fourth down. This time he's looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down. To throw here on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Herbert from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert quick out wide, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down. Herbert now, blitz coming. Barkley's got it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers grow the lead now to 22 points. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running behind center with right. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Second and 3 now. Right again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on 3rd and short. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll give him a first down.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
And he's able to drive up past the 40. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 42. Caught, nice gain left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up first down. Now a run with right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Brought in right side. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He's dropping back to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Barkley. And this one doesn't go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Gets this one to Harris. And he'll get it up to the 44. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Herbert back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. Somehow they find 12 yards on 4th and 10. And that's enough to convert and brings up 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Right side, quick pass, complete. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers put up even 4 points in a win. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And the dive ends in uninspiring return. They've got some work ahead of themselves. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll get it up to the 27. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 27. Able to find right. It's a pickup of 11. And they'll have first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Still sticking with the passing game. Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll throw it again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And the Chargers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's going deep this time. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. Herbert from the gun. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Has the connection to right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Motioning him from the slot right. From the 33 on second down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Could not beat the defender there. And now they're going to face 3rd down. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Running back sent in motion. One final shot here. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And they're going to get to celebrate both the things.
I came in nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing